So I forgot to make an intro, and I realized it since I was editing. But this episode of Spiced Up Outdoors, we're making the outhouse that we talked about last episode. And yeah, I think it'll actually get broken up into two parts. It's going to be way too long if I do it all as one, and people don't tend to watch more than like 10-15 minutes. So we'll do a two-part series. So can't believe I forgot the beginning of the video. Alright, hope you enjoy. Okay, so we're going to start the project with a 4-foot by 4-foot base here. On one side, so I'll say the back side here, we're going to go 8 feet up. Oh no, sorry, the back side is going to be 6 feet. We're going to go 6 feet up on the back side, and then 8 feet up on the front side. And then my plan is to have the toilet in the corner there. So we're going to turn all this and all this. Which, by the way, let's talk about the price of this. These are 2x3s. These aren't even full 2x4s. And these are $5.30 per board. This was an expensive stack of 2x3s. 2x3s. Come on. So, this stack of money here is going to pretty much be the end of me. I'm kidding. No, they're going to turn that into the studs for the walls over here. Alright, so now I have to knock down 6 of these, or 2, 4, 6, 8. I need to knock down 8 of these to 6 feet, but save the scraps so I can reuse it for that upper portion, and then I still have the buttload of pallet wood right there if I need it for anything else. I'll probably use that for the seat base. Quick reminder for anyone who doesn't know, if you want your wall to be 6 feet tall, you have to subtract 3 inches from the width of that. Thankfully, I remember that, and this is going to be my short wall before I messed up the boards. But I didn't mess up anything. We're still good. I just cut the difference off, because if you cut out 6 feet, those are still 2 feet down there. So I'll still have to lop some off that too. So I caught a mistake. Please remember to double check your maths. Alright, so we have we got a Duke right there. But anyway, so we got the front and the back walls built. I did do 6 feet. I am 6'2" or 6'3" or something like that, so I'm just going to have to remember to duck down. I'm going to have to put like lights on it or something. I'm not going to remember to duck down. But, so I did that 6 feet. So now it's time to do these sides over here and over here. And if I wasn't thinking ahead of time, or learning from my lessons earlier, these are going to be laying like so. It's going to be like this, right? For the other two. Well, now I have to account for the difference of the 2x3. And you're like, oh, okay, easy math, right? Well, if only 2x3s were actually 3 inches wide. They're not. They're 2.5 inches wide. I don't know why we do this, but that's what we do here in America. I don't know if it's like that in the rest of the world, but I feel like if it's a 2x3 or a 2x4 or a 4x4, it should be 4 inches. by 4 inches, but it's not. Anyway, enough of ranting. I'm going to build these walls. I'm not going to bother recording these. And then once I get it all finished, I'll put it together, and then you guys can see that. Look at a little Duke right there. Look at him. You can kind of see him. All right, guys, so we got all 4 walls here, and we're going to put them up in 3, 2. See, look at that. I've aced the YouTube magic already. All right, so all I have to do now is add the 2-foot bump up front so I can get the back slope there. I don't know what pitch it is. I'm just kind of winging this, and it's working out so far. So I flip-flopped the fronts and the sides, but it really doesn't matter. It's all still taken away from the floor space. But there's way more floor space than there was in the last one, so I'm pretty excited about that. So let's work on that front little top piece, and we'll go from there. So it ended up 2 feet's kind of tall, but at least now I know it's going to be a really spacious, really spacious outhouse. I could knock it down, but I like it. We're going to get a freaking mansion out of this thing. And I was also thinking if I wanted to store, like, see this 10-gallon bucket right here, fill that full of water, or not that one, that's going to be for poop. But fill it with water and put it in one of the front corners here, and then you'd enter through the side. So you'd kind of have a little bit of water pressure, kind of like running water, maybe to wash your hands or to feed the shower. Oh my God, we're coming full circle here. So I'm going to leave it tall because I might actually use it for that. Now we've got our diagonal supports in. Honestly, guys, from here I'm just winging it. So I'd like that whole back piece, I'd like the roof section itself to be able to lift off. So what I think I'm going to do is run a couple crossboards using the pallet wood there. So I'll have this section can come off, the roof section itself will be able to come off, and then all 4 walls, and then the base. So that should all fit in there, I hope. So it's coming along surprisingly, and I think I'll have enough tongue and groove to cover that all. I should, at least. Skipping ahead a lot of steps, I got a couple cross pieces up top here, and that should support either plywood if I decide to just do shingles up there, because I've got like 3 bundles of shingles at the cabin. So I could shingle it. I think that should be enough for this little shed. I also got started on paneling. So as you can see, it comes up. I'm just gonna take a Sawzall and zip it off right there. And there are some damaged pieces like this, but I was gonna put a couple vents in the wall anyway, so I'm just gonna use that as a template for a vent hole. But yeah, I'm actually really happy about this. It looks really nice. And judging by how my garage smells right now because of it, it's gonna keep that piney smell all year round. That's pretty cool. I am going to do caulking in between the boards themselves, and then I'm also going to do another layer of lacquer on the outside, so try and protect it as much as I can. But again, I'm not going to go too fancy because I'm just going to go in this building to poop in it. Alright guys, check this out. I can't believe how quickly these panels go on here. So I'm still conflicted on if I want to put the door up front, which I feel like it's only right to put the door up front, right? Or if I want to put it off to the side, but it doesn't make sense to put it off to the side. So I think I'm going to side with putting it right up front. So when you step up and in, you're going to step up and into that tall space there. And then I think I'll have the composting toilet in that corner. It's going to be in its own standalone box. So, I mean, I guess you could move it if you wanted to. But, man, guys. I also had to put these clamps here because I kept not seeing the eave edge there. So I wonder on my head. But there's a bump right here from knocking into that time and time again. So, to resort to idiot-proofing myself. Which, these tails probably aren't going to be this long. Maybe they will. I don't know. But this will all get caulked in here. So far, I think I'm only like $150 into this new outhouse for the cabin. And I know I'm making an entire episode about an outhouse, but come on. It's pretty sweet looking. Alright guys, so I'm calling it for tonight. That's what we have. We got the door here. I'm still gonna figure out how I'm probably gonna have to cut that down so it fits the 6-foot opening here. But I don't know. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for the roof. And then I'll end up cutting this top corner here and over here flush. So I can start a short layer going through the point there, and then another layer up top. Oh, wrong way. Up top there. So once it is done, though, there's actually a piece that I'm assuming was used for an outlet, and that's actually going to be for, we're going to reuse that for the urine separator, so the urine's going to go out and go that way. So this thing in itself might be a two-parter, so I'm thinking. So stay tuned for the next. Well, see, I'm tired. I'm very tired. Stay tuned for the next episode of Spiced Up Outdoors, where we finish this, we build the composting toilet, and I guess part 3 will be bringing it up there and setting it up. So, thanks for watching. You know what to do with that subscribe button. See ya.